Today we will be talking about Gautam Adani, second richest billionaire in the world. What stars foretell for lunar eclipse over his natal Mars? As per astrological principles, when an eclipse takes place over the natal Mars, it is time for agony, pain, and most crucial for the simple reason that as per the past, it has been seen that a person faces untoward happenings. Mahatma Gandhi was assassinated when the eclipse took over his natal Mars in the sign Libra. And now it is happening as far as Gautam Adani is concerned over the natal Mars. I have written this article and let me read out for you. It is most venomous for first of all, a person becomes the second richest billionaire of the world, and then immediately from 25th, in fact from 24th of September onwards, since a period is the planetary positions will take the world for bumpy rides. It is not good. The Veda between Mars and Saturn, first of all, from the 24th, from tomorrow, and all the happenings have already started even before the 24th. What to talk of after the 24th? All kind of earthquakes, typhoons, rail accidents. Then the stock market has taken a beat. Although the planets for the stock markets are retrograde and they will give volatile results, ups and downs. But when they become direct, it will be parallel to the 1992 Harshad Mehta scam, and Saturn is completing its cycle from 1992. So friends, so let us talk about Gautam Adani. Express eclipses have great importance in mundane astrology as they represent the peak of the energy discharge, and their period of influence extends over considerable time. In the case of lunar eclipse, the effects are seen immediately, but in case of solar eclipse, some months pass before greatest effects appear. The effects of the solar eclipse last for years, as the eclipse is in hours in duration. The effects of the lunar eclipse is seen in months as per the duration of the eclipse in hours. In this article, I am going to analyze the impact of the lunar eclipse on the business tycoon Gautam Adani. I do not have the authentic horoscope of Gautam Adani. In such cases, I use the transit and the day of birth of the individual to see the relations and which planet are playing major role in the happenings in the life of the native, using the progression charts, the declination charts, and the slow moving planets because they remain in the same sign. This is a research article and my prediction can go wrong, but from the past experience we can predict according to the declination of the planets also. The position of Mars will remain the same irrespective of the time of birth. Hence, the four factors will influence Gautam Adani adversely as per my analysis below. As per Varamira, when the luminaries are eclipsed, there would be danger to crops as well as the king of the country. So, a king of the country and king in his field. On the other hand, if the eclipses is also total and the eclipse orbit is also having aspect of malefics as well, there would be famine, pestilence all over the country, especially those countries where the eclipse is visible. Since the two eclipses, lunar and solar eclipse, are taking place in the cardinal signs, the effects will also be seen soon. In the case of solar eclipse on the 25th October 2022, there is also aspect of malefic retrograde fallen Saturn. Hence the effects could be more as mentioned above. The natal chart of Gautam Adani of 24 June 1962, 5:15 hours, Ahmedabad. I have taken 5:15. But basically, I will be paying more heed to the other methods what I have stated just before. Ahmedabad, Gujarat. On the left side and on the right hand side is the lunar eclipse of the 8th November 2022 in the star Bharani. The lunar eclipse is taking place over his natal Mars in the same star Bharani. Mars natal is 25.49 degrees and the eclipse is taking place over it at 21.50 degrees, very close. This parameter is most crucial in the immediate future for Gautam Adani, for untowards happening regarding him. It could be any field. It could be health. It could be security. It could be his wealth. As per the chart of the above time, the Taurus Lagna is rising and the native is running the Dasha of Venus Rahu, and both are placed in the third house in the sign Cancer. It is well known fact that the Dasha of Rahu Venus or Venus Rahu is most enigmatic for any native for that purpose. More so, Venus is the sixth lord and has the Mool Trikona sign in the sixth house. This also shows that there could be some violation of the government laws and he may suffer on account of the same. He could face loss of prestige as per the Dasha system if provided his chart is of Taurus Lagna. But he will definitely face untowards happening because the eclipse is taking place over his natal Mars. Crisis situation in the career business take place when affliction on the 10th house, 10th lord in transit. And if we take the Taurus Lagna, then the 10th lord is Saturn. It is afflicted. Since it is retrograde, it is fallen. Most important parameter, after the 16th October, Mars will ingress in the sign Gemini and aspect the 10th lord Saturn in the sign Capricorn and also aspect the transit Saturn. This time frame when Mars will be in the sign Gemini till 15th November 2022, when Saturn will also be afflicted since in retrogression and fallen, will give adverse results for Gautam Adani in his business and career. Hence, as per this parameter, the transit of Mars and Saturn from the 16th of October to 23rd October and in a broader spectrum till 15th November will be prone to malefic happenings for Gautam Adani. This time frame can also coincide with the break in the stock and the financial markets. His Mars is in the sign Aries, and in the sign Aries the eclipse would take place on the 8th of November. Normally, even before the eclipse, the events can take place. So, keeping this in mind, that is why I have stated the period from 16th of October to 15th of November 2022. According to K. and Rao, when eclipse takes place over the natal Mars in the same star, then it is time for trouble, agony and pain and also risk to life as per the past events. The native may be put to odd circumstances. The time is coinciding with stock and financial markets taking a big hit due to some scams and other combinations. Since the Saturn cycle of 30 years will be completed and we could see a parallel situation like the 1992 Harshad Mehta scam in the stock and financial markets and maybe due to some bank. I don't want to name the bank. So read my articles, Nifty may repeat, you see, and why I am telling so, the most critical moon sign and placement of Mars in the natal horoscope of the time of eclipses. You see, 3 people I know who can suffer and who are in a very prominent position. One is Gautam Adani, the second is Joe Biden, and third is Liz Truss. There could be many more other people, but these 3 horoscopes are telling that this eclipse of the 8th November 2022 can prove to be most crucial for them. Some untoward happening can take place in their life. The other day, I was talking to a gentleman and he told me that on his natal Mars, Ketu came degree wise and he had a big fall. He had a head injury, Mars's head, and he had a head injury. So, what I am trying to tell you, the eclipse has not taken place. Even Ketu, which has come over the natal Mars of the gentleman, he has had a big fall and injury in the head, because Mars governs the sign Aries and it governs the head. So Mahatma Gandhi was assassinated when the eclipse fell over the natal Mars in the sign Libra. President Abraham Lincoln was shot dead on the 14th April 1865. On the 11th April 1865, there was lunar eclipse on his natal Mars. Solar eclipse fell over the President John F. Kennedy natal chart in the 410 axis, and Mars was there at the eclipse point and he was assassinated after 4 months. In the horoscope of Indira Gandhi, the solar eclipse of the 25th May fell on the sign Taurus opposite to Sun and she was assassinated. So there are some combinations. Hence, those having Mars or Moon in Libra or Aries sign close to the eclipse degrees may prove to obstacles and hurdles in life. Let me also recall, if the horoscope is correct of the BJP leader Amit Shah, then the eclipse of 25th October and 8th November is falling in the 2-8 axis over the Sun and the Moon. It is not good, especially on the Sun and the Moon. And he is running the Jupiter Dasha of Jupiter, which is a Marak Dasha. So he has to be careful for his health. This is a coincidence. While I have not written anything about it, but since things are, I'm predicting about it, so it came in my mind just now, and I just predicted that it could be a difficult time for even Amit Shah, for his career or maybe health conditions. So, most important parameter. In case of Gautam Adani, the lunar eclipse is falling on the natal Mars Bharani, who is at 25.49 degrees, and the eclipse is taking place at 21.50 degrees, as already stated just now. And at the time of eclipse, the transit Mars will be in the sign Gemini retrograde over his natal Sun, and transit Mars will be falling back in the sign Taurus. Transit Saturn fallen will be over his natal Saturn and Ketu. The transit Saturn aspects the transit Ketu in the sign Libra. Hence, the combination of Saturn Ketu will also be activated in his chart in the 9th house of fame, name, etc. Gautam Adani has completed 60 years of life, and the planets which come into play as per declination is Saturn. Saturn over the natal Saturn and also Saraswati will be a period of agony and pain, especially when the transit Saturn is also fallen over the natal Saturn. I have written an article in Express Star Teller on the page 25-27 in the September edition. Fallen Saturn in transit crossing over the natal Saturn, as per my research, is a time for trouble. Hence, the time frame from the 23rd of October to 8th November, the planetary positions are not conducive to give healthy results from Gautam Adani. God bless him. So this is all, friends, I just wanted to share. And this time period is coinciding with the break in the stock and financial markets. So probably his shares may take a beating because of some government action or government ruling or something like that, and the market will turn the tables. And especially when Saturn becomes direct on the 23rd of October and 23rd of November, Jupiter will also become direct. So that is the time when both will become progressive, and the combination of Saturn aspecting Jupiter and Ketu will also be there. So that is the time frame when the market would take a big beating. So this is all, friends, just wanted to share. Thank you very much for listening to me. Have a good day. Good luck. Bye bye.